All right, here comes the inside cover of the journal. If your paper is at all uneven, sometimes that will happen, especially with organic paper like artisan paper. This is locked up paper made of natural fibers, and I love that rough edge. So I'm going to leave the bottom, and I just trimmed a tiny bit off the top. And of course it's scored, so it's ready to be flexible as we're applying it. And I am going to ease it in there. If I need to shave off a little bit more, it's not that difficult to do, but I'm going to bring this as close to the bottom edge as I can. So I'm going to apply this one first. Turn it, make sure it's all even, as close to the edges as possible. You can do it shorter if you want, totally fine. It's a bit of a personal thing. I don't like much of an edge of the actual cover to be showing. And once you're happy with your placement, that's when I bring my weights back in. Okay. So I will begin by doing this side, which is going to be the front cover of our journal. So it's going to look upside down to you right now. This is my working desk, so I don't have any backdrop covering it. And because I'm adhering to fabric, I just find it a lot easier to use the fabric tack. I don't apply it directly onto the velvet unless you're going back in to just reposition something. You definitely can do this in 3 pieces. Because we are doing this in a workshop class, I thought it would be easier to do it in 1 piece. One gluing application. If you choose to cut your 2 inside covers separate and the spine, totally fine. You will have a teeny little bit of a space right there where the Craftette color will show through. Not a big deal. For me, I certainly don't care about that. However, for the ladies in our group that have the baby's breath color and the, I think it's Tea Garden, very, very light colors. I didn't have white Craftette, so I just painted them ahead of time for the ladies. And then that won't be a problem with it showing through. Okay? And then you just place it down. And voila. This is when you can bring out your clips. I've got these extra large sewing clips, and then I've got the smaller ones, which is what we provided. Sorry to make noise. The ladies in our group, we gave them each 4 clips in their covers kits. So there we go. Happy with this. Give it a little brayer, extra push. And then just swing it around to do the spine and the other side. So for now, I'm just going to slide these weights over here. If you don't have weights, that's when I would just put the clips in the corners. All right, now the spine. I'm in love with this color. I just think it's so beautiful. We gave our participants a kit color choice of either neutrals or jewel tones. And this particular lavender piece of velvet is one of the jewel tones. The other color was teal, and it's equally as beautiful. And then this is where I just watch and make sure that the cover comes all the way over as far as I want it to. If it doesn't, then you just give it a little bit of a stretch right now. Well, you can, if there's enough flex to the paper. Alrighty, and then we've just got this last side to go. What you can do as well is put an extra smear of glue down the seams or the score lines if you choose to on the inside covers. When you do your inside cover in one piece of paper, it tends to buckle just a tiny little bit more. Again, you can correct that somewhat with stitching by sewing it on the machine. Just keeping that mindful. I've got another cover that I did a little while ago this afternoon. If you see what I mean, it's just, you can see the crease lines here. But once you let it dry and you stitch it, that's minimized. All right. Okay, here we go. I will need to trim it right here just a bit because it is handmade paper. As you can see, it's got a slightly uneven edge. Not a big deal. Easy enough to correct. And give it another bit of pressure with the brayer. So before I put the clips on, I'm going to give you a close-up of this. Hope you can see that. This is where I'm going to trim it just a wee bit. And that's it. So you can see right here where it just needs a little bit of trimming. No big deal. And then I just keep applying a bit of pressure while the glue is still somewhat wet. And throw my weights back on it. I try not to put too much of a pressure point on the front side of the velvet because I don't want it to leave little marks. So I'm going to use these tiny ones. And just right across the corners, I'm going to go like so. And then I'll leave it for a while and come back to it. Easy peasy. I hope you found this very helpful. And if you try it, I hope it works out well for you. Let me know. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. And to the ladies at the retreat, I hope you're having a great time. It's been a pleasure doing this video and demonstrating how I do my covers together with you. Take care. Bye for now.